Google does not like landing pages. For some time now, landing pages has virtually been the main means of verbal communication of the online marketing world. Whether you are in banking, e-commerce, real estate, or any other service for that matter, the standard perception has been to aim at strong and alert groups of clients through these mass advertising tools. These pages do fairly good at serving marketers who recognize which keywords or keyword phrases do good in attracting targeted traffic, and if they are well planned at getting together email lists or other communication information from these online internet marketing clients. Nevertheless, there are more enhanced ways of doing keyword investigation than making a separate page for every one of your keywords. Furthermore, building and upkeep of these pages takes money and time, which is not to be expected to generate a meaningful return on investment. The landing page is uninteresting, it just does not recognize it still, and neither do the marketers who silently use this straightforward line of attack in their inventory of building efforts. I am familiar with this line of attack, and there is almost certainly the slightest number of you out there perusing this that silently make use of them and are asking what precisely is erroneous with pages. It so happens, the responses are plentiful. Landing pages are unattractive to clients, and more, they are seen as unwanted pieces of fundamental assets by the search engines too. While you are trying to advertise your company with an instrument that aggravates your intended audience and the search engines, it is apparent that the moment has arrived to get rid of them. I will clarify this in more detail later on in this article. Landing pages are utterly unattractive to readers. You've seen a landing page before, and you probably made some, and odds are that you have sometimes whacked on the back button on your browser almost instantaneously. These pages almost unanimously mark unbelievably unpleasant cookie-cutter designs and carbon copy that is by and large zero, but astounding propaganda. That by itself is adequate enough to switch off most readers, not to point out the fact that these pages give the impression periodically to be scattered with grammar and spelling mistakes. To be honest, they do not seem to be specific enough by any means, but they do seem to be specific enough to dupe a lot of industry groups who are fresh to the scheme of the internet into deploying them, at least for a period of time, until they really find out that they do not work. Here is another way of thinking about it. If you got a pamphlet in your snail mail and it looked similar to one of these pages, would you hasten towards home to try and reach the maker of this flyer and volunteer to submit your name, address, and telephone number to be a part of his list forever, to sign up for their mailing list? Would you be willing to do any sort of business with this person? I do not think so. As a rule in general, if it looks to be so bad to be true, and that is what it looks like, it probably is. These landing pages are a leading case in point. They are deficient in their reliability with your potential clients, particularly if you are in a major business like MLM or real estate. These landing pages make you up to be the online counterpart as that of a dishonest second-hand automobile salesperson, not the sort of individual that citizens would like to complete a transaction with. Google does not like landing pages. In all truthfulness, these pages are venomous. Pages are not anything less than venom as far as your presentation in the search engine is concerned. Google, as well as other search engines, have been running on behavior to reduce the rankings of these pages, which are seldom the brand of subject matter that clients are in fact demanding as they utilize the keywords which these sites aim for. It boils down to importance. A web page planned to persuade guests to hand over their personal statistics basically is not that important to many, a few, if any, authentic search engine queries, no matter how much substance you seek to shove onto the web page. Talking of the subject matter, this is somewhat which has distorted pages in the last few years. There was a time when these pages started, they were being reprimanded by search engines for their lack of subject matter. Traditional landing pages, after all, highlight little extra than an opt-in form. Marketers started rotating them into the online counterpart of the long-form sales communication. This is to say, no one desires to examine, especially not page after page. This unlikable subject matter has led to an added rejection in the status of these pages in search outcomes, fabricating them even poorer advertising tools than they previously were. Landing pages can bring down your primary website if your pages also connect to or are part of your primary site. They are also depreciating your primary website's search engine ranking, making you not as visible to your online market. That is to say, the precise converse of what you were willing to achieve. If these pages connect to your website, you will be held responsible for these links from ostracized sites in what Google considers to be a risky online zone. And the three most significant things in real estate? Precisely, landing pages can also drag down your online existence by having a large proportion of reproduced material. Many companies post a fair number of landing pages, which are literally the same as the other. Only the keywords have changed for that specific page. Even if you took the time to put together an endeavor to modify the subject matter on these pages, there is not a lot you can do without putting an unequal amount of cash or time into the attempt. So, if landing pages are outdated, what are professionals to do in terms of their online marketing? There are an abundance of different things to do, all of which are superior methods than constructing a string of pages. I will not go into detail for any of them right now. However, until the end of time, it is all about excellent subject matter, which is programmed primarily towards the readers and then the search engines second. If readers see your market as trustworthy and well thought of, they will beat on your door and be willing to sign up to a mailing list of yours. And wherever the marketplace goes, the search engines will tag along, but no one is flocking to landing pages.